Okay, it's day 212, and this is part 3. And of all the W's of journalism, the why is the toughest one, I think, because knowing what somebody says, you really need to see their communications and need to interpret their actions. So with Flynn, yesterday, the why is still out. We don't know exactly. We have some ideas from his presentations and his actions trying to sell these 8 different countries nuclear programs, especially nuclear reactors, and then also Russian weapons. So, is he a spy and he needs to get inside and act like an informant, all that? We don't know why. But one thing we do know are the other who, what, when, where, how. We know it's him and Manafort that are injected into the Trump campaign. We know when the surveillance starts at the Putin dinner, December 2015. We know how it happens with probably CIA first. Maybe we don't know exactly how. Maybe it starts with just unmasking of GCHQ liaison people up at Fort Meade and then moves into a FISA at some point. Comey and Yates seem to be saying that there was a FISA for that too. We'll see. We don't know exactly how, but we know exactly where it started. It started in Moscow, and we know who the people were at the table. So that's a good grounding. We didn't know that 2 days ago, and then the New York Times confirmed it. I've been saying it for about 2 weeks, but we didn't really know all those things. So now we have to go to the why, and the why is tougher. That's why I put out Flynn's plan to Saudi Arabia, his presentation to Saudi Arabia. Remember, that's September 2016. That's fairly late into the election cycle. He's making a presentation to Saudi Arabia. He does 8 other countries in the Middle East, Jordan, Israel, all these other ones. So, and there's a Russian weapons component. Now remember the other plant or other mole that goes in with him, which is Manafort. Manafort is Deripaska. Deripaska is Andy McCabe. All those three are one thing. All those three are one thing. And I throw Mueller and Rosenstein in. I mean, I just say those are the Uranium One conspirators, right? So the first person that goes in with him to the campaign is the Uranium One conspirator. He brings that person in. Flynn brings that person in. Flynn brings in the person in Bannon. Bannon's the one who does the backstab on Trump. Flynn brings in Papadopoulos because he's the head of the national security side. He's the foreign policy guy in the Trump White House. He brings in Papadopoulos and Page. So I don't understand why you would do that, and then all of a sudden say, well, it was all a big canary trap. A canary trap being, we'll tell 5 different people 5 different things, and then if the leak comes out, I'll just say 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 are the 5 different secrets. If 4 comes out, then I'll know it was number 4 that gave up. That's the leak. I don't see how. It doesn't make any sense to me. I'll bring in all these people to undermine the campaign, collect dirt, and then at the right time throw dirt. And then at the end, I'll say I was trying to break a spy ring. Well, you're the one who put the spy ring inside the campaign. I don't get it. I just don't. The why doesn't make any sense to me. So anyway, the why's still out. It could be the most elaborate canary trap ever. We don't know. We'll take it from there.